Hi and welcome to week 2 of the Be Well Eat Well for Life course. Well done for working your way through the learning for week 1, and just remember it is all learning. If you ate in a more mindful way, if you became more aware of times when you were eating for different reasons than hunger or the enjoyment of it, that's fine too. If you felt that you've in some way messed up, don't worry, really, it's not about that at all. We're moving away from that kind of success or failure, boom or bust thinking. So particularly this week we'll be really focusing on moving from mindless eating to mindful eating, no matter how it goes or what you do. Being more aware and bringing that new awareness that you've got of your mind-body connection from last week into your relationship with food more and more this week. So what we're going to concentrate on this week is the basics that Lynn Rossi talks about in her book, and we're going to start with the B of the basics, and that's breathe. So I've put the acronym for the basics and the subheadings under each one of those, BASICS. I had to really think about that then, underneath, and you'll see that at the bottom of this week's email. So have a look, but for now I just want you to focus this week on 2 parts of that as we move from mindless eating to mindful eating. We're going to start to move our mindset away from the dieting mindset that many of us have been on that treadmill for many a year, towards a mindful approach to food where no food is banned, no food is naughty or bad, no food is good. It's just all food, and it's there for you to choose from, and you have control over that. So we'll talk more about forbidden foods in the coming weeks and work at our relationship with what we would have previously known as forbidden foods. But this week we're just taking it, as we've said last week, that one step at a time, that moving forward to breathing before you start to make a decision about food, because that will give you that time to pause and think, okay? And that's what we're trying to create. Often we will have grabbed something just mindlessly and not even thought about it. Now we're going to start to bring a pause and a breath and breathing, and then the A stands for assessing. So breathing and then assessing before you make a decision about eating, okay? And it might be that you take that breath, that mindful breath, which is so important in mindfulness, and it's often referred to as an anchor that you can come back to at perhaps more stressful parts of the day or emotional parts of the day. Come back to your breath and just take that deep breath that you're learning to think more about and become more aware of in your meditative practice. You take that breath, and that'll create that pause, and then really just bring some thought to it. Bring a conscientious, intentional thought, that kind, compassionate, curious, am I hungry? I don't know. Let's have a think about it. Let's assess, and just assess, if you're hungry, what it is you want to eat, and make a mindful, intentional decision about that. So I know that probably sounds incredibly simple, but it is something that we really need to embed for mindful eating to become an everyday practice for us. So it's this week, it's just the B and the A, and we will work through the rest of the acronym over the coming weeks. But for now, it's breathing and assessing. And one of the challenging things about this week that I've asked you to do is to stop weighing yourself. You might have weighed yourself at the start of this course. In dieting terms, you might have been weighing yourself weekly or even daily. In terms of mindful eating, it's really about how you feel in your relationship with your body and yourself, your emotions, your thoughts, and your relationships with others in the world, really. So it's not about the scales or the number on the scales, although obviously if your doctor said that you need to weigh yourself for a medical condition, please continue to do so. However, for the majority of us, we can put the scales to one side. Now, I personally find that really challenging, but I'm going to join you, and as of this week onwards, I won't be weighing myself. I've been weighing myself at the end of every workout program I've completed now for a long time, so it'll be really interesting when I get to the end of this workout program and don't do that. If that's just really too big a step for you, maybe just make your weigh-ins further apart in time. If you were doing it daily, make it weekly. If you were doing it weekly, make it monthly. But you'll be surprised how you become a lot more intuitive about how your body feels and what you're doing that's right for you. You can start to measure your body dimensions in other ways if you want to, using your clothes and how they fit, using a tape measure, using photos if you want to do that, taking before and after photos. But I'd really ask that you put the scales away for now. Alright, thanks a lot then, and if you've got any queries do let me know, and please do make time to attend our Facebook catch up on Wednesday nights at 8 PM. Thanks a lot then, bye now.